Hello, my name is TJ Maxeco. I'm here on a beautiful morning, preparing to spend most of one of my very few days off building some model kits. So I figured I should actually dig deep into my backlog of model kits that I've purchased. Some of these well over a year now at this point. One of these was for my birthday, which is coming up a week from yesterday as of when I'm recording this, not uploading this. And that's actually two of the kits, and those are what I'm going to talk about now. Typically, just kind of a peek behind the curtain, I usually record all of these in a batch, forget to edit them for several months, then kind of upload them on a weird sporadic basis, completely arbitrarily based, usually purely off of what I've already done, either unboxings for or uploaded in kind of a weird nonsensical order. So I'm going to be talking about two model kits real quick. First of all, the one that's actually going to get the time-lapse MS-05 Zaku 1 Char Custom. So this is from the MS Origin line, and you can kind of probably see where I'm going with in the one that I'm not going to time-lapse. This is 015 in the HGUC lineup, and real quick I'm just going to go into why I'm not time-lapsing this one. This is a bullshit kit that never should have ever been released in the first place. It's a useless kit that all of its assets have been either released in other, well, as of later next month. I think that's when it's being released, either August or September. We have confirmation that the new Zaku 2 Origin mold, that's going to be basically a mass production release, is coming with this chain gun. The one unique thing about this kit. It would have been nice if both of these were combined into one kit and you got the option parts, which they did with the TriStars Zaku 2s. These never should have been separate kits. They should have been the same kit. I would have been way more fine with getting two alternate, four different shoulders to choose from between these two kits and some of the weapon option parts. I get what they're trying to do with this. I understand it. One of these either should have been premium Bandai or they should have been the same kit. Either way, this one I'm planning to customize. I probably won't end up finishing the customization until Water Slides decals for Thunderbolt and Origin are released later this year. It looks like those are going to be October releases, however. So by the time those actually come out, I'll have forgotten that this is a project. It will be painted. I'm already planning up a color scheme. I already kind of have reasonings behind it. It's, in my mind, probably going to try to bridge the gap between the Zaku 1 and the Zaku 2. That's probably what this kit is going to do. There only ever should have been two, maybe three versions of the Zaku 1, and that had hit mass retail release, and that should have been Black TriStars version, the mass production type, and then one Char version. Probably with this title, instead of just naming it Zaku 1S. That's dumb. This is bad. I just needed to rant about this for a couple minutes. This is going to be its own separate video and probably tied at the beginning of the actual unboxing for this. Oh god. Now I'm actually into the unboxing for this. If you notice, there was a slight weird thing with the recording. That's because I actually separated these outside of that, because that's kind of what I want to do now that I'm saying it out loud. So, let's actually get into this kit and what it includes. We've got some really beautiful red runners, actually, which are making me less upset. Relatively small decal sheets, which for the Origin kits is both, I welcome the decal sheets in the first place, and also kind of relieving that it's not a huge one. Some basic gray inner frame by the looks of it. Then some double ups. So it looks like some just kind of generic materials. This is post, I believe. I'm not talking much about the box. Yeah, this is post when they started printing things in English. All this is available on the Wikipedia page, so I'm not really going to touch much on that. We're actually getting these awesome handouts that talk about how to actually build kits for beginners, which I'm super down with, instead of releasing more of those how to build kits that are only ever in Japanese, though releasing one of those for the Revive Gundam and the Origin version of the Zaku 2 might not be the worst idea. We got some really cool color pages, some awesome action shots. It looks like its weapons, the weapons for this are just going to be the machine gun, the heat hawk, and the shield. So it talks a little bit about construction. We start with the torso, go into the head, which is pretty straightforward construction, which I'm happy about. The waist unit, left arm, right arm, feet, left leg and right leg. Do we recycle any runners? Let's check. It doesn't look like it from first glance. It looks like B1 is recycled, but that's inner frame stuff, and quite a bit of it's recycled actually. That's discouraging. Though it did have that piping running into it, so I suppose this would need an all-new backpack, whereas the feet mono wipe wouldn't change between, they don't change between the Zaku 1 and the Zaku 2. But they managed to kind of blend the rest of the frames runners pretty well, actually. And they did pretty nice gating on most of this to where you're not actually wasting a ton of plastic, so it's actually a nice thing about this kit. Then we build the machine gun, shield, and we have the heat hawk, which you basically just clip out of the runner. We got some information on the suits, stuff about the markings. I do like the color separation on this. I really like the red kneecaps on this version. And I like the fact that it looks like a regular Zaku 1, just in Char colors. My one issue with this is that it's supposed to be taking place before Battle of Loom. This is before he's actually the Red Comet. So, but Origin is kind of redoing a lot of things, so let's not really go into that. That's more of a issue that one of my friends, SpexP421, known as the most dangerous geist here on YouTube, doesn't actually do any videos. He's just a good friend of mine, so I've been promoting his channel kind of without his permission, to be perfectly honest. Mostly because I want to see if he notices getting a bunch of subscribers, which he probably won't, because he's probably not getting a bunch of subscribers. So here we've got some inner frame stuff, so a neck, pieces, a clip, and some thrusters. I don't really know what those are supposed to be for. I can't read katakana, so I don't know what that says. We've got a really nice big polycap, which I think, if I remember looking at the thing, we use almost all of that. Yeah, we use actually not very much. We use maybe half of that. It's a little bit disappointing. I feel like they could probably print at this point their own Origin Runner polycaps. We've got our hands, our Xeon hands, our Heat Hawks, and I think the neck piece we're not going to use because I think we're using this one instead. I do like how these are separate. I think it just says hands Xeon or something like that, or rounded, if I remember. It's got the two Heat Hawks, one for storage, one for actual use. I've got this really nice, not quite pink, not quite red, very if you've looked at any of Char's mobile suits in the past, you know what shade this is. It's that kind of off red that all his stuff uses. It looks like it's got the elbows, the head part, main parts, the chest, and I have no idea what those are. I think the rest of the elbow, maybe? We'll find out. So now I'm getting into the big runners. We've got this really, really beautiful dark maroon, which I love the fact that the Char kits have done this color scheme with a lot of them. It's this really, really dark red. That's really, actually, I love this kind of shade of maroon in kits. It looks like it's most of the kit, to be perfectly honest. We've got the main, the rest of the chest. We've got the waist unit pretty much in its entirety, I think. The shoulders, or one of the shoulder, and most of the lower legs and the knees. Then we've got the inner frame, which I think is the same from the other Xeon kits. We've got the upper legs and arms here with the little bit of other sections in the feet. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. And then you open up this. Okay, so this has the shield, which is just a pretty simple shield. I think is the shield every kit uses right now. Besides the local type, I think is the only kit that doesn't use that shield. Then we've got the rest of the inner frame, the feet and kneecaps we won't be using. So basically we're just going to be using the feet and the mono eye, and then we've got the machine gun. It's pretty straightforward, but I am going to actually do the unboxing for the other version in the same video because that doesn't warrant its own unboxing thing. I'm not going to be comparing these two kits as runners or anything. I'm just going to try to keep this as nuanced as possible. Oh, I forgot to talk about the sticker sheet. So yeah, let me see if I can't get this good in the frame. Yeah, it's unfortunately with the camera I use, it's really kind of hard to tell. It does say Zaku 1 Char Astable for the stickers. It's got a lot of smaller stickers and then two really big ones with 08, a handful of Xeon logos, nothing too crazy, and then the mono eye options that these Origin kits have had. Honestly, I kind of personally would like more kits like the Bugu to have a lot of those kind of Xeon stickers with a bunch of numbers, so you can have kind of a bunch of mass production fleets. That's kind of what I'm hoping for with the new Zaku 2 that's getting released. So I'll kind of briefly go over this. It's got a larger sticker sheet. That's the only real thing that I feel like it deserves its own mention. Runner A. Basically, these runners are different because this kit has different stuff in it, which it doesn't need. So I'll talk about these because I'm going to build this kit. I don't feel like it warrants this. This is the different runner A. It comes with all the different parts for this. In fact, you get all the parts, I think, this whole runner from the other kit, which is actually nice because I don't think I'm going to use the spiked shoulder now. I think I'm going to use that rounded shoulder on my custom. I actually do like that a lot. I don't know what weapons this one comes with. Real quick about this sticker sheet, it does come with a lot more of those line stickers. This is probably I might actually just end up building this and doing the paint and everything and putting those stickers on, assuming the colors I end up using on the spots will still work. Yeah, it's the same Xeon holding hands as the regular Zaku one. It comes with the exact same inner frame, except this time it has all of these extra parts for the backpack included on it. It comes with the exact same, everything included, maroon inner frame, which is why this should have been two kits. It's a lot of the same parts. It comes with the alternate backpack. Just a completely alternate backpack. This is at this point it's just the same runners. The only different runners between either of the kits are that one backpack. This has an extra gate to it, and this runner is slightly different in the sense that now it includes, I can't even tell, I think this is all just, it was originally just this section in the other kit. Let me check, because at this point it really does feel like it should have been the same kit. Yeah, so that's the main difference. It has a different backpack, which they could have just printed right there, and these are in some slightly different colors, which, whatever, I guess. They even get printed in this pink in this runner, so I don't know which one are you even supposed to use. The black one, but if you're supposed to use the black one, why would they print the pink one on that separate runner? This doesn't make any sense. Hang on. Does it give you option parts for it? This is also, it's a huge book comparatively. It's, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pages total. It's double printed 5 by 5. I guess technically because this backpack does warrant an extra step to put it together. Oh my god. I hate this kit. I feel like I can safely say I hate this kit without having to build it. Yeah, so let me try to figure out what the deal is with this chest. If you're actually... No. The only part you use from that whole pink section on that runner is this piece. This, wait, I'm very confused now. This is runner G. Is this runner A? This is runner A1. So, yes, the only part you use for it is this, which means all of this is additional parts, which I guess are their own section in this. No? I guess this must have been from the regular Zaku mold. The regular Zaku 1 mold, not the Char one. Which brings up a whole nother question of why is there 3 different moldings of the... 4, actually. Because there's 2 Char versions. There's the Lac TriStar's P-Bandai custom, which I hope is just one of these. And then there's the Sliger Law denim version, which again are just another version of this kit, which is the regular color scheme, but also has the basically the shoulder arm and the weapon options from Char Zaku. That's it. That's the only difference. I feel like just fucking combine these into the same kit. I feel like I've been saying that for 20 minutes. And now I'm mad. Great. Yeah, this has been an unboxing or whatever of these 2 dumb kits that should never have been different kits. I don't know how much I can stress that. Just comparing these side by side. I bought one of these and then I got the other one as a gift a year ago. They're not really a year ago at this point. I can't remember when I got these. I got these a while ago. It feels like it's been a year. It might as well have been. And it was a year that was wasted. Whatever. Gundam should have been the same kit. I feel like I can't stress that enough. Alright.